this is a video from his home. I guess this was released by his wife from it doesn't say here, but I think it's 2021 when this video was taken. We're just gonna watch this. It's gaining a lot of controversy, so we'll see. We'll see what all the hubbub is about, and then we'll give our thoughts.
Because I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How does a man respect? How does a man receive love and respect? No. How does a man respect? No, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not
then
taking
I
the
will
car.
ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like, I can't
Stephen.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
So it's weird, right? Because we know there's more to this than like. Why does Steven Crowder only have one car?
That's a bit weird.
That's a weird one, right? And
What the fuck she wearing a shirt that like her belly's all hanging out? That's bizarre.
summertime, I guess. Well, pregnant women do weird things, but
That felt like
they felt like there was a lot of stuff that is leading
missing a
to
ton of
him
context.
talking to her that way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of arguments, a lot of tension. It
Like,
shouldn't.
You can
like,
take a snippet of anybody's conversation and twist it any which way you want,
Mhm.
depending on the what the context was prior to.
Well,
it
yeah,
or
it's a
what it was
minute
after.
and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And like, I think there's another one though.
I just think it's dirty that she's releasing it too. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is your angle?
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're going through a divorce now, and this is coming up. So I think that this,
This is something that people do, unfortunately. I'm not gonna say women because men do it too, where they just throw a bunch of
I think this
dirty shit at the wall to try and make themselves to bolster themselves in some way. Well, this person did this and this person did that in the context of the marriage. If in the you have a relationship with somebody and shit's going bad, like this is somebody that you're fucking around all the time. Yeah, shit's gonna go bad sometimes. If you see little snippets, sure, he looks like a bit of a douche there, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck led up to that. Like, I don't get what her angle is to.
there was also more video. Apparently, there's 3 minutes total. I don't know if this is it. That play button doesn't work if it's a real play button.
It's not. You got tricked. Oh man.
There's some other stuff where he says some things. I think that like here's 20 seconds.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just talk.
For the respect, you said.
It's weird that she said it like that.
Yeah, no, it's like
Almost anticipating that maybe she would use that.
that she knew that it was being recorded by the Ring camera.
The
and
marriage
she
was on the ropes, and that maybe,
I don't know. That does feel a little weird. Like
Temple is making a good point. That's like if I came up to you and I said something like, um,
the way you've been talking to me for the last.
your drug use is out of control or something like something blatantly accusatory. It's like, and that's just out of nowhere. It's like, what are you talking about?
What do you think
Why
of
would you say that?
Crowder? Do you think he's that
I have
kind of
no idea. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are like that more privately.
This is my take on Crowder. I think Crowder. I like him. I think he's funny. Watched watched a ton of his stuff. I think he's funny and everything. But I think he's probably has that kind of dictism in him, where he's authoritative in some way. And I think he probably was like that.
Okay,
with
this is the
Twitter.
full 3 minutes. Do you want to watch the full 3 minutes?
Well, let's try and skip through the part we already watched. But
Yeah, that'll be a minute. Once it starts,
okay.
we'll know. But
Yeah, let's see.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary at abusive and
This is
cruel.
what we saw.
I know.
You were
Skip
not
ahead.
taking the car.
it's
Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
This is the part we
There's
saw.
no grocery store. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do
You
it.
watch the whole thing again?
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect a man? Yes, other than man, you respect other man. Receive love and respect. No, other than man, no, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're
this
not
is-
taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not
then I
taking
will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
the car. Right?
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Pause it for a second.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now?
What do you mean
Listen
by
to me.
that?
I can't go to
Who
the
do you
gym.
want me to ask? What does she mean by that? There's something there. Like as if she's almost like she's been cheating before or something like that.
or there have
Maybe.
been issues with her going out with certain people.
With a guy
that
of some
he-
sort that he's
Yeah, or certain kinds of friends that he doesn't approve of, maybe.
maybe, but that had a whole little thing to it. Like, who would you want me to ask?
Yeah, like it's been a thing
You know?
before. Like
and then him to say, is that a threat? Like so, like that's a weird that should be delved into more. The fuck is she talking about?
there's definitely something to that. It's
It doesn't make her
100%.
come off like like the huge
No.
victim. Like she, I
But
think
she's a Wayman.
she's what?
We must support Wayman.
Wayman.
Oh my god, you're so
Oh, like
such a
Way-
boomer.
Like Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's stupid. I'll be a boomer, I guess.
I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be
Stephen.
back when I'm back?
Stephen,
And making it work?
I don't think he likes the "I'll be back when I'll be
Yeah.
back." Right? That's typically the woman's.
The only way out of
Take.
it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
we are going to get a pass.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Stephen,
There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen,
you give up so easily.
I'm
I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick.
That's a weird line.
Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
He didn't say watch it.
Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
As a
I said
wife.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll get text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
I need to.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I,
Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? No, you take Betty.
Well, okay. my take on
If
it.
he said this, "I'll fuck you up,"
Yeah, yeah.
that's a little aggressive. But everything that's happening in that engagement is like you can tell there's a lot there.
Well, he's definitely. I think he's definitely in his mind a traditionalist as far as like the man controls the house and that kind of thing. Um,
But it also sounds like she pushes back at
yeah,
every little thing. He's talking about put on gloves to what, like a very small thing.
yeah.
That's like, okay, well, you would really appreciate I do that. Okay, like it takes nothing to do it, and if she's like refusing to do
Some
that,
people just bought control, right? And
yeah,
I think that's part of it. I think he likes the subservient of the, like that you're gonna, kind of allow me to ask you something. You're just gonna do it. And then some people just don't want to do that. Like some people will just say
yeah,
no, even if the answer they know overwhelmingly the answer is yes. They're just gonna say no just to be that person.
hmm
There's just some people like that. She's probably somewhat like that, and he exacerbates it by being domineering.
yeah.
That's what I feel. That's my take on it anyway.
That's probably it.
But
This is something that's like it probably shouldn't be out there,
it's just it's you know
and it
what?
just seems like a like a marriage on the ropes.
And then what I don't get
And you
about it
also got to
is
keep in mind, like probably the stress
yeah.
going through Crowder too. There's probably a huge element for him that might be like artificially making him more domineering than he otherwise would be.
Mhm.
The fact that he is Steven Crowder,
Yeah.
people hate him,
Yeah.
people love him, people hate him, people probably recognize him everywhere
Sure.
he goes. So there's probably an element of like he feels like he needs that control to
Mhm.
protect his family in a
Mhm.
sense, where it's like, look, I need to know what you're doing or where you're going because something could happen. And if
Yeah.
something happened, it's because of me, right? It's because
Yeah.
people recognize me and they know who you are, right?
It's a fair point, but
There might,
you know what? Yeah, and if he's say the breadwinner, like the complete breadwinner in the family, which he probably is, then he would feel that sort of, um, that bit of dominance or that bit of, you know, there is. I don't have that. Like I don't share that, but I
he's
can
using
get yeah.
the word respect. He doesn't
Well,
feel like she respects him.
yeah, and I can see that because if you said to somebody, if you ask somebody to do simple things for you, you said, "Hey, can you help me with this or can you do this or whatever?" and they constantly said no or constantly, then you'd feel like, "Oh, well, the fuck, are we not
Mhm,
partners?" Like the walking the dog thing.
mhm.
So if he maybe said, "Hey, can you walk the dogs?" and she was like, "No," blah, 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 and he felt
It's
disrespected in
about
some
wearing
weird.
gloves is what he was saying.
Well, that I think is this was COVID time, right? This was
Yeah.
ahead of COVID time. Yeah, if she's pregnant and he was worried about it. Okay, um,
It could be a normal thing too. I doubt that
could be.
Steven Crowder knew about the COVID situation. I don't think he thinks going out, walking down the street. I think it's probably a hygiene thing.
Yeah,
Dog
maybe,
takes a shit, you pick it up. I'd rather you be wearing gloves, kind of thing, because you're gonna come back and touch me. Maybe,
maybe.
maybe he's a bit
I don't know. Maybe it's because
cleanly.
she's pregnant. He's worried about that too.
Mhm.
Who knows? But
Mhm.
uh, those are like there's a lot of snippets in there where you can pick up the idea that he is a domineering type of person. But if she'd been with him a long time, she'd know that by now.
Yeah,
What's changed now? That's there's obviously some element there because she alludes to it. Oh, do you want me to? Who do you want me to call?
stuff has
And
happened,
then he's like, he
and
says there he's threatening me.
there's tension way beyond this.
So maybe
Clearly,
she cheated on him.
maybe, or did something that looked enough like cheating that
Yeah.
you know.
I've had that happen to me with relationships in the past where somebody's doing something that, and I've even said it to them. They're like, I didn't cheat. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You understand? It doesn't
I can
matter
never
whether,
know, when it
right?
kind of looks like it.
To me, it feels the same. Like you might as
Yeah,
well have fucked the person because
yeah,
I feel, for all intents and purposes, like you cheated on me. So
yeah.
you might as well have. All you did now was you committed the act of cheating without, if you're being honest,
You just set
without
yourself
actually
up in a
doing it.
situation where you could have.
Right, right. And you might as well have because the same fucking result for
Yeah.
me, right? So
Mhm,
I don't want to jump all over this yet.
mhm,
I think this is ugly. I think for her to do this is ugly
mhm.
because I think it doesn't do well for Steven Crowder's brand. And if you are divorcing, you're gonna want his brand to be as strong as it can be because you're gonna be taking half of that.
Yeah.
So why would you want to devalue him in any way? And why would you like? I think you devalue yourself by doing this when you air out the laundry like this. You know,
Yeah, because now people know what kind of person you are.
right? I just think you could have done this very dignified. You could have said, "Hey, I want to leave." Now, if he were being weird and not allowing you or something, then maybe there could be that element too. But I don't know. This just all screams very weird to me. And this would be a developing sort of story, I suppose.
And he didn't want her to take the car. That there's so many reasons. One, why does Steven Crowder only have one car? That's
That
weird.
is weird.
But there's so many reasons if they do only have one car, why that might be the case. Like it could have been a thing in the past where like she leaves, comes back, who knows how long later, right? He doesn't know where she is, when
Right.
she'll be back. So if he wants to go do anything, he can't, which he kind of alludes to there.
Yeah.
Um,
He's gotta have the kind of money. Just go buy another fucking car.
yeah, I don't understand
don't
that.
know,
I mean,
like-
it looks like a nice place from the image there.
That would seem like a good easy fight ender.
Yeah.
If the car were a thing, I'd just go buy her a car. Like,
Mhm.
all right, here, I'm just gonna buy you a car.
Yeah.
There's your. But
Most married couples have 2 cars anyway.
but that also feels like a control thing.
Mhm.
Like so maybe her car was taken away,
Which is a
because
little bit dimming.
she was
Or
doing some
something's
shit.
wrong with the second car. There's, that's a
Yeah, that's a
possibility.
possibility too.
Um,
But maybe she was up to some shit, and he's like, no car for you,
yeah.
which is another weird thing. Anytime somebody exercises strange control over someone else, I'm always creeped out
hmm
because I wouldn't want it done to me, so I don't do it to others. I'll just leave somebody. If somebody does shit I don't like, I'll tell them I don't like that, and if they continue to do it, I'll be like, all right, fuck you, I'm gone. Yeah, that's what I'm more inclined to do. But yeah, we'll see. I hope he's not a d-bag, but this doesn't look good for either of them. I'm thinking both of them are a bit d-baggish. But
I don't think it looks as bad as people want it to be.
yeah.
I think it's more normal. Like, look into anyone's private life. You're going to see things that you don't like.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own ways of doing things and their own perspectives.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, if you walk in the middle of anybody's argument and you didn't hear all of it, you'll have a weird hot take on what's going on.
I mean, even if you have seen all of it, like people are into different things.
Yeah.
People have different perspectives. They have different desires, different this could be something where like she was really into like the domineering personality for a couple years,
Mm.
and then now she doesn't like it as much for change of preference,
Right.
and that's why they got married and fell in love and got married, and now she doesn't like it anymore.
Like,
And then he doesn't necessarily, maybe like if out the get go she didn't like that, maybe he would change for her, right? If he really liked her. But then it's like this thing for years, and now it's a change. It's like what? It's a little bit maybe confusing psychologically.
I think the pregnancy messes shit up too.
Oh, it fucks with everything.
Because now, like in his mind, let's say for example, in his mind, he's like, you're pregnant. I want you to be a like stay at home mom or whatever is in his mind, and she's not doing those things. She's not.
Yeah.
She's not going along with the way he thought it was going to be, or maybe they had conversations about it. You just don't fucking know, and that's the problem with this.
There's so many unknowns.
There's so much context,
and this is just
missing.
splattered on the internet.
Yeah, 3 minutes of a bullshit fight that makes Crowder look a certain way and makes her look a certain way.
I think she comes out worse than him in this.
I don't know about worse. She comes out. She.
I think
comes
worse
out,
by the fact that it was
contrived.
that she put it out there.
Yeah.
Like if it just exists,
Like she
then maybe it makes him look worse than her. But the fact that she put it out,
Yeah.
kind of makes her
3 minutes of here's
yeah.
the worst of it. And if that's the worst of it, I don't think that's all that bad.
Yeah. Well, she's not scared.
No, she's not.
So that doesn't suggest there's a physical element to this.
Yeah. I don't think, and I wouldn't think there was physical. I wouldn't think the crowd is the type of
No.
guy to hit a woman. I could see him being a domineering kind of guy, but I
Yeah.
don't think I don't see that in him. I don't think he'd be a physical guy. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
that's just my feel. All right. Well,